Chad with Drive to Lightning, the positively charged EV channel, with this public service announcement. There's one home EV charger that you should never buy if you're in the US or Canada. It doesn't matter what you're charging, Nissan Leaf, BMW, whatever. This is the one charger that I use and I've used every day for years now. That, by the way, works great, but never ever buy it. That's this one. That's the Juicebox by Enel. I'll explain why in just a second. When it comes to EV charging, there's a lot of news about it, but EV drivers like ourselves, we think about charging our EV exactly 10 seconds a day. That's the 5 seconds it takes for us to plug it in the night, and the 5 seconds it takes for us to unplug it in the morning. So here's the deal. This company, Enel, they made the Juicebox. Actually, they bought Juicebox and then they made and distributed Juicebox, which is the charger we've been using for years now. They just left North America. They put out this statement saying as of October 11th or whatever, we're just done, which means they're not going to support this charger anymore. That means the app too. Now the app is important. The app is where we've been able to set the timer. So we just plug it in whenever we want. And then it charges at night when our rates here in Michigan are cheaper, at least in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And then, we use less from the grid. We're not in heavy peak time, so it makes us feel good, but we also save a couple of bucks. So we can still set those, by the way. Through your car, most EVs, you can still set the times where it's a little bit more cumbersome. We could do it, that's okay. But what we paid for was a car charger with an app that allowed us to easily do that and track our energy and some other things. Even we were able to set up a pin and we can make it available to the public if they chose to use it. They could come plug in at my house if they wanted, put in a pin. That's all gone. Now, there might be a third-party workaround. I follow Bill Pierce on LinkedIn. You should too. He's a serious EV guy, reporter. He talked about a company that's making a workaround, but I'm not interested in buying a product that I have to have a third-party workaround just to make it work the way they promised it should work. Now, this is still for sale, believe it or not, on Amazon, which means you could and you should not go buy this charger, as good as it's been to us. No complaints about the product itself. It's just the fact that it's not being supported here again in America, North America, Canada, US. What should you buy? This is not a sponsored segment. No one's paying me this. The only other charger I have real life usage of is the ChargePoint Flex. This is what my mother uses at her house. And this is cool because the Flex, you can set how much amperage you want it to draw. So let's say you have a panel at your house and you've only got 100 amps coming in and you've got an electric stove, maybe you got an electric dryer, water heater, whatever, and you can't use a 50 amp charger now in a safe way. Well, you can just set your Flex to 30 amps, 32 amps. She has her set at 20 because she doesn't charge very much. So when she plugs in, it's already 65% charged. She only needs a couple of hours to get it up to 100. So maybe the ChargePoint Flex, never the Enel X Juicebox, at least not in North America. Thank you for the coffee, Tom Bushaw. We really appreciate you. And thank you, the members of the channel. You keep the wheels turning on the positively charged EV channel. And we really appreciate the Mug Club. You bought mugs, so these mugs can go back to California. We're not selling merch anymore now. We just don't have time to do that. But when we did, you were there for us, and we're not going to forget you. Thank you so much. If you're interested in the Aptera solar charge electric vehicle of the future, there's a video right here that shows us when we first got a chance to be with that car in person in California a couple of years ago. Thank you so much. You are awesome, especially if you've subscribed.